I love sponsoring people who love. I love sponsoring people who have a dream, a big dream, who aren't afraid to dream bigger. I love sponsoring people who know what they want and aren't afraid to go and get it. I love sponsoring people who don't realize how successful they can be, and when they start to see it, they're just totally blown away. They come alive. I love sponsoring people with sparkly eyes. I love sponsoring people with a massive goal. I love sponsoring people who love on their families and want the best for their families and want to leave a legacy. I love to sponsor people who are organized, who are motivated, who are driven, passionate, great listeners, great communicators, who love life, who love themselves. I love sponsoring people who love other people. I love sponsoring people who want to travel, and I can have lots of really good travel conversations with them. And then we can plan all our trips together and actually go on them and earn free ones. I love sponsoring people who challenge me, who are more successful than me. You're not too successful to do network marketing. I love sponsoring people who are creative. Not just people who are in the arts, but people who are creative thinkers, who find different ways to do things, and they can follow a system, but they express themselves through that system, and in that they find their tribe. I love sponsoring people with massive hearts and so much to give and a big goal, a big vision of who they're going to help down the track. And not just their teammates, but as a result, are they building schools? Are they teaching overseas? Are they giving back to their local charity? Are they just digging up the earth and planting more trees? I love people like that with a really clear giving back vision. I love sponsoring people who want this, who really, really want their life to be different, but actually aren't quite sure if this is the vehicle for them. And I love seeing them transform. I love seeing them realize that this might not be the box that they thought their dream life was going to come in, but in fact, it's perfect. It's exactly what they needed. That was me. I love sponsoring people who are like me. I like sponsoring people who are not like me. I like sponsoring people who really like fashion. Because then there's so many pretty places to wear pretty dresses. And that was a problem for me before. I had a lot of pretty clothes and nowhere to wear them. Now I get to dress up a lot. If you like fashion, this is a great business for you. Oh my gosh, shoes. Yes, people who like shoes. I love sponsoring people who are shocked to find out how amazing Arbonne really is. You know, they might have been using the products for a really long time, and then when they finally understand the business or they see it for the first time, maybe someone hasn't shown them, then they're just like, oh my goodness, really? This actually exists? I love that moment where people are like, this sounds too good to be true. And I'm like, yeah, I felt the same. And then they go and create it and they're like, oh, this is true? This really is true? I do get Tiffany's at Christmas and flowers on my birthday. And yeah, that's really awesome to see someone believe and then live that belief, live the truth. I love sponsoring people that have a glimmer of hope, and then that hope just becomes this river and they change. They transform into the person they always knew they could be, and that inspires other people in their life. They actually set alight their community, and then a huge transformation takes place. I've seen this happen. You sponsor someone who has just that glimmer of hope for a better life. They create that better life for themselves, and then they just succeed so much because the people around them, that was like breaking open the floodwaters of people. Like they're like this pioneer of their community. They went first. They changed something. They dared to do something different, and they created something amazing. And it's permission for other people to just come alive as well, and follow their dream. And that can be very, very successful for someone who has that glimmer of hope, is to just dare and go for it no matter what, because they're bound to inspire people around them. I love sponsoring men into my business. I love sponsoring men because it's kind of looked upon as a women's business, but in fact, most men who are successful in network marketing, most people who are successful in network marketing are men. And so it's really cool to like break that stereotype and to see them, embracing great skincare and great healthcare, and they actually bring that essence of get it done-ness to this business. They get on with it. They really don't need to sit around and moan. And I think that's healthy for women to do sometimes, but also men will just treat this like a business and will get on with it. And that's really, really, like, you've got to have that balance of men and women. I love sponsoring men into this business. I love sponsoring couples into this business. I love sponsoring couples into my Arbonne business. I love seeing them interact. I love seeing their joint vision come together, and they actually really light up about it because they're excited to see a vehicle where they can both have equal play and where they can both find a role. Maybe they're both doing exactly the same thing and following a system, or they're saying, well, if I do this bit, you do this bit, and then we'll come together and we can make a success of this. And I love it because the whole idea of living and working together is not something that a lot of people have embraced, but when you see it, it's a beautiful thing. It can bring families together in a way like never before. It can show each other that they're supporting each other, but they also both get the rewards. There's no, this person's bringing home the bacon and this person's doing nothing. And it's a great dynamic to introduce more men and more women and more couples into a business like Arbonne, because they are already living it. And that's, it can be a really powerful message when you do this business together, and a fun journey. I love sponsoring people with a skill that is already aligned with our Arbonne business. So they're a hairdresser or a makeup artist or a skin specialist, or a health practitioner, a nutritionist, anything like that. Someone who is already in the health and wellness and health and beauty realm, because there's so much opportunity within their existing business to then add this incredible product range and incredible product opportunity into their existing business, and really give it life and give it energy, and it gives it purpose again. Sometimes people in traditional business are in that struggle mindset and just putting one step in front of the other, and they're actually stuck in that rat race as well, even though it can be a creative industry. Adding an Arbonne business to their existing repertoire actually brings them to life and brings their business to life, and you actually see them be quite successful when they fully embrace the beauty of Arbonne. I love sponsoring people who are already really successful, like doctors and actresses and lawyers and people in traditional small businesses who've just hit big time, because they go through the same challenges that everyone else goes through, and questioning themselves, and am I worth this, and can I really do this? But the effects of them already being successful gives them those other tools of perseverance and determination and coping tools, and you just see them use their celebrity, I guess, to the best possible way, instead of it being here I am, like getting gains. It's more about here I am, I have something really important to share with you, and it's an educational message, an inspirational message, and they do good with their success. I love sponsoring people like that because it's just so interesting to watch them, and obviously it's very, very rewarding to watch them, and they have a bigger reach. Most of the time, they have a bigger reach, and so they're overcoming challenges of, oh, can I even talk to those people who are my fans, or who are my existing clients, and that inspires the whole team, because if they're going through the same stuff that everyone else is going through, and they can make it happen, then anyone can make it happen. Very cool. I like sponsoring people who have other passions. So people who want to invest in property and they want the capital to get started. People who want to create a new traditional business or a new empire or invent something. Musicians or artists who want to, pour some money into that and to go to a college or go to a school or go to another country. People that have a passion for something other than this business will be hungrier for the success that they can create, and they'll be more determined and more tolerant, and to see their passion come alive because of Arbonne and thrive because of Arbonne, it's really, really cool. I love sponsoring people into this business who are a little bit different, who might be a minority in some other workplace, and who maybe hasn't had a voice before, whether that is they are more flamboyant or they're more quiet, and then they just want to do things their own way. They just want to be able to call the shots, and I think that is the beauty of Arbonne and network marketing companies in general, is that people get to, not be told when to clock in and clock out and go to the toilet and have their lunch and what to say and how to dress. That was a big thing for me when I was working, 3 jobs at a time when I was a kid, and not that long ago as well, is that I wanted to have my piercing there and my piercing there, and I wanted to dye my hair and I wasn't allowed to, and, that might seem like trivial little things, but you can't show your personality. And especially in some of the jobs that I was doing, they were creative jobs. I thought that was really quite weird, that you can be in a creative job, but you cannot be seen to be creative looking. So I like sponsoring people who think differently, who dress differently, who perhaps haven't had a platform where they can be themselves before and then be celebrated for being themselves. And they can actually attract more of the like-minded people that they want in their lives into their own Arbonne business or their network marketing business. People like that actually do really well in this business because for the first time ever, they feel like they have this freedom to create a business that is them, and still have it around the company ethos and around the company culture and around the company green message. Like people that really care about the environment and really care about other people and really give a damn about important things are more than welcome in a company like this. And I think they can be really, really successful here. And I've seen they've been really successful here. I love sponsoring people from different cultures to mine, and they bring just this new energy and this new vibrancy, and they bring their different ways and their different rituals and their different beliefs, and they bring a new, like they attract people that are like them, which inspires their whole community and inspires us because as like existing Arbonne consultants, this new energy is electric. We've just launched into Taiwan and New Zealand last year, and the cultural shift through that is like so much excitement about exploring their country, and it gives us the chance to travel and be there and be immersed, and these other cultures get a voice of sharing their essence and their lives. And there's so much to learn from people from different walks of life and from different countries. Even if we speak the same language in some of these other countries, there's so much to learn from people. And it's just, I never thought that I'd make friends with this many people around the world, and it's only getting bigger and bigger. We're in Australia, we're in the US, we're in Canada, we're in the UK, we're in Poland, we're in Taiwan, and we're in New Zealand at the moment, and there's more to come. And it's just so, so exciting, because I never thought I'd go to Poland. Of course, I want to go all over the world, but now it's like the world is becoming possible. Yeah. I like sponsoring people who don't give up, who realize that everything in life is going to have its ups and downs, and who it's so fascinating to watch them handle it and to watch them grow through that. And that's inspiring. And it teaches me so much, this business and the people in it, and who we get to bring into this business. Everyone can do Arbonne, but not everyone can do Arbonne. That's super rewarding to watch the people who stick it out, and what rewards they get for sticking it out.